Welcome, folks. We are back here on the campus of University of Pikeville as we got UPIKE Summer Camp. Nice look. Real quick there by Luke Kell, hitting Devin Maynard on the baseline. Now, as you are tuning in, we got Jason Norman and Daryl McCoy on the call. You're watching the Mountain's #1 source for sporting news, the D&D Sports Network. It's Rye Cove out of Virginia versus your Martin County Cardinals. Today's game is brought to you by Howard Family Pharmacy, 606 Hemp, Crum Funeral Home. Folks at Crum Funeral Home is always a proud supporter of the Martin County Cardinals and all Mountain athletes. There's Sturgill. Nice job splitting the defense. Sliced through that like hot butter. Uh-oh, there you go. Devin Maynard gets out. Luke Hill off the backboard. Braden McKenzie. There you go, Jason Norman.
That's a good one to walk back into there.
If that don't wake you up, I don't know what will. We've had basketball since 10 a.m. this morning. There's a three-pointer. That's number 21.
That's Carter Roach. Carter, I like that name.
Carter, I do too. That's a nice rebound though by the guy you liked.
Trevor Darnell.
Trevor Darnell.
It's a big kid. It's kind of hard to judge from up here. And
you know, I got a question. When me and you went to school, there's Braden McKenzie on the break. There you go. I'll tell you what, he's having his own dunk contest here today. That's about his 7th dunk of the day. Now, Norman, when we went to school, is it just me or was kids bigger when we went to school?
Well, I was thinking about that this morning, and you know, when
I always looked at you as a big guy when I was in school.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking back to let's say my 8th grade year. You know, me and Barry Crum, both 6'3", 6'4". I mean, the biggest kid we played though, was J.R. Van Hoos.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, let's use Pikeville for example. They've got a couple of big men that are. Well, I mean,
6'7", 6'8". Yeah. They got 6'10", Charlie Fitzer.
Yep.
The 6'5", Ian Ongst. 6'6", E.B. Walters. The thing that was it just me, the way that we looked at them? There's Roach again. Was Josh Howard, Jonathan Wright, G. Roberts, Juice, was they as big as what they seemed like to us when we was in school?
See, G was always really, he was tall, lanky,
crusty.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't really grow until he got. It seemed like after high school, he got taller than I was, as when he went through his growth spurt. But you look at Booby, Mark Maynard.
Yeah.
He was super, super tiny, when we was in middle school, all the way up until, he got to his senior year, he started growing a little bit. But yeah, no, Josh was just big, strong kid.
Yeah. That was a big roster. Ended up going to the region finals, getting beat out by J.R. Van Hoos and Todd Tackett.
And to be honest, I remember being at that game. Belfry had a chance to win that ball game.
One of the best atmospheres ever at Elkhorn City, and we made a late run when we put our bench in with Freddie Pinson and that crew, and about come back on them. But if that was a normal year, Belfry may have had a chance to do some damage at state because that team was well constructed. There you go. Luke Hill's going to get called for the foul.
And that's something I miss. I talk, to my girls, the AAU team and stuff, just the environments are so different now.
Yeah, that's one reason why, my son's team, and, most people that know me know where he plays, but I'm not going to mention it. But one thing that I don't like is when teams dress 20 players. Whenever they bring the JV, the freshmen, when, they dress everybody because, my son, he worked really hard to set that varsity bench, and I hate it not only for that purpose, but the biggest purpose why I hate it is, those are the players that's in the spirit section that's creating that atmosphere for you. So, nice. Another slam for Braden McKenzie. But it's just a situation where, you don't have the spirit sections like that, a lot of times because these teams are dressing so many players, and those are the ones that care about the program, so they're the ones that's going to be rowdy in the fans.
Well, and Jonathan Duncan, talked about, this has been a while back, but, back in the day when you got handed that team bag, in your shoes, like that was a big deal. It means you accomplished something.
Yep. I still got my team pants, my team shoes. I still got them put up. And that's another thing I wish a lot of schools would do is, get team shoes. Nowadays kids want to be individuals and, but me, myself, I like it better when a team comes in matching shoes, when you get that team bag, when you get them that warm-up, that you wear on your trips. I
remember at Turkey Creek getting pulled into the closet there, Coach May, principal at the middle school now. You got pulled in there and, he called off your name. You either made the team or you didn't.
Yep.
It'd be nothing for, the high school. Well, it's the middle school now, but Williamson rolled into town, you'd be standing at the ends of the court. That place would be packed out.
Standing room only. That was one thing that, I always remember the ball games. You would have Kevin Deskins. Y'all really brought the energy. And that run when the girls went to the Sweet 16s, I remember, us all, the spirit section's what helped the girls, and
Michael Browning had some great pictures he sends to me, like, when it pops up on his memories on Facebook. That's some of the best memories of my life, and kids today just, they don't understand it.
No, they have no clue, what that could be if they would just put that kind of effort into it. Braden McKenzie misses he gets the rebound and the putback. I'm telling you, it's Braden McKenzie. He could be the surprise of the 15th region. He was already on that path last year whenever they made it to Rupp. But he's raised his game to a different level. I've spoke to a lot of people, and they said that kid hasn't come out of the weight room this summer. Blake Maynard, that was Maynard to Maynard, the cousin connection. He couldn't get it down there.
But that was something we were talking about the regional tournament last year. I miss those packed gyms, like those little small gyms, Feds Creek.
That Feds Creek was always my favorite gym that we ever played in. Now, doing what we do with D&D Sports Network, it would nearly be impossible because that was the worst gym ever to film out of because you had to film from the corner because that's the only way you could get the screen wide enough. There's Sturgill. Nice look. Luke Hale hits Jacob Sturgill underneath for the bucket. Makes it 18-8, Martin County. Roach pushes the ball up the floor here for Ryco. They'll swing it over. Roach gets it sent to the back row. Sturgill saves the ball up to Luke Hill. Braden McKenzie. Showtime! What a dunk by Braden McKenzie there.
That'll be on TikTok later.
Yeah, it will. By the way, as we said, guys, if you don't follow D&D Sports Network on TikTok, go do it now. Check out Jackson King's play here from yesterday. Check out Austin Sperry. We just uploaded a video of Austin Sperry's play yesterday, so make sure you guys go follow us on TikTok and Instagram. No hesitation dribble. Now, who all do we got in here for Rykos?
Let's see here. Number 7 is Jacob Jesse. Number 3 is, I am going to destroy his last name, Braden McGella. I know they brought him over to spell his own last name, so I don't feel
McEllum.
so. Yeah.
McEllum.
Number 15 is Trevor Darnell. And number 16 is Hamilton Osborne.
Hamilton Osborne. Number 21 is Roach.
Yes.
So number 21, Darnell, he loses the ball. They get it up. Luke Hill. He gets his own dunk. He says he's going to get in on this dunk party. Is there anybody from Martin County that can't dunk? There's Darnell with the bucket. Roach hits Darnell. Grabs the loose ball. Rocco makes it a 10-point ball game with that bucket. Jacob Sturgill gets downhill. Nice take by Sturgill. Tell you what, you don't want to get in front of that train when it's on the tracks.
You see so many kids dunking these days. I mean, you remember Jonathan Wright. I mean, he was the first person really dunking consistently at Belfry.
Yep. He was really, Belfry's not had many since then. I mean, Bo Cure, a couple of years ago, could at 7'3", but Jonathan Wright, I remember Tony Messer could a little bit. Adam Reed.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, nice no-look pass. Devin Maynard. Oh, you got to finish him, young man. Roach. Couldn't finish there. Sturgill looks the other way. Luke Hill. Easy lay in. Cardinals push it out. 28-17. You have Luke Hill comes up. Oh, still, Sturgill comes away with it. Here comes Jacob Sturgill. Kicks to the corner. Dawes dialing it up. No good from downtown. Sturgill. Count it. He says he'll get his three the old-fashioned way, Norm.
He's going to be a handful for some teams.
He is. He's, I was really worried about Martin County in the aspect that I don't think that people realize what Matt Linville meant to that team, being a human eraser back there. It makes it a lot easier for guards to guard and play pressure defense when you got a kid that, is going to put it third row in the bleachers every time somebody comes at him. But, but Sturgill, is really filling in nicely down low, and I think it's going to be a key piece for the Cardinals this year. Roach. Swings it over. Still, Devin Maynard, he kicks it up. Nice. Good job. Braden McKenzie hitting Sturgill. Got Mills set to come in at the next break for the Cardinals. Let's swing it over to Roach. Roach to the corner. Ooh! Sturgill says, human eraser. What? He's throwing his own block party. Josh Frazier says, who plays next? Who do we got next, Norm? Let's see. Looks like next we will have Knott Central versus Floyd Central. Did I send you the schedule?
No, I thought I took a picture of it last night.
So you talking about a good game coming up next. I didn't think it was that close. Knott Central, Floyd Central. Floyd Central's beat Martin County yesterday Again, Martin County without their 2 point guards, Dre Duff and Peyton Davis.
Can't wait to watch them when they're at got their full roster.
Yeah.
Kind of see where they stack up against everybody else in the 15th.
I'll tell you where they stack up. They're probably number 1 right now when they're really playing like they can. Devin Maynard for a 3-pointer. That's the rising sophomore stepping out, knocking down the trifecta there. Luke Hill knocks it away. Knott County without Huff today. He's on vacation. Man, that's going to suck. Jaden Huff not in the house, so was hoping we'd get to see Jaden Huff with the Patriots. Here comes Mills. Nice ball fake. See that right there? I've been telling Coach Keithley the last couple days, Norm, I want to replace hook passes with head fakes. You know, hook passes are normally turnovers. Head fakes are normally baskets. So let's change the game. Hashtag change the game. Cut out the hook passes, more head fakes. Devin Maynard with a nice little reverse lay-in.
It's when you need Coach Casey.
There you go. Yep. You know, I can tell you this. And number 3 zigged when he thought he was going to zag. Turnover there. But back to Coach Casey, Randy Casey, who is a former coach here at UPIKE. I can tell you this, and I firmly believe it, best big man's coach that I've ever seen here in the mountain.
You know, I hear a lot of these AAU coaches talk about, you know, it's positionless basketball now. You know, I still think you got to have kids that can play with their back to the basket.
It is, and you know, and that's what I really hate today's game, because I think Steph Curry has ruined the game, to be honest with you. But even your bigs are wanting to step out, stretch the floor, and you know, at the end of the day, you still, even your guards, you want to be able to play with your back to the basket. You know, I mean, you spoke earlier about Mark Booby Maynard. You know, he was a guy that could take you down low and play back to the basket. You know, you want your guards to realize if there's a mismatch, you want to take advantage of it. You know, so even your guards, you want to teach post moves. And, you know, that's something that a lot of kids don't recognize today when there's a mismatch on the floor.
Well, and I mean, this will go back. I mean, you know, Barry Crum will probably get mad at me for bringing this up, and Sean Klusky will probably be happy. But if you remember when Phelps beat Belfry out of the district tournament that year, is Barry, Crum, Brad Hatfield, all them their senior year, Sean Klusky was posting Matt Slater up. Sean Klusky was Phelps' point guard, and he could play with his back to the basket.
Yep. No, that's a good analogy there. And, you know, I mean, kids just don't recognize, should be a backcourt there. It is. The unforced turnover there by Rye Cove. You know, kids don't recognize mismatches these days. And, you know, also they don't realize, I mean, you know, when you learn basketball, you know, a lot of people, it's all about the coaches that's teaching the game at an early age. You know, that's stuff you learn at an early age. You know, basketball is a game of matchups.
Yep.
You know, and if you can get mismatches, then, you know, take advantage of them, you know. But, you know, it's just basketball IQs, they definitely ain't at the level as they used to be. And, you know, a lot of people listening, they're probably like, listen to these old fogies talk, you know. And I could be wrong in it, but here we go. Bryson Dawes. There you go. It's Devin Maynard for the easy lay-in. Makes it 46-23 halftime score. We'll be right back with second half action here on the D&D Sports Network.
If you're looking for a great selection and a great experience for your next Harley-Davidson, come on down to Mountain State Harley-Davidson here in Delbarton, West Virginia.
We have new 2023 models in stock and ready for delivery. Special financing available.
Or choose pre-owned with one of the largest inventories in the tri-state area with great low prices.
Visit our showroom filled with licensed Harley-Davidson apparel and more.
Don't write that check until you check with us, Mountain State Harley-Davidson, 61 Priest Bottom Road, or visit us online at mountainstatehd.com. If you're looking for a great selection and a great experience for your next Harley-Davidson, come on down to Mountain State Harley-Davidson here in Del Barton, West Virginia.
We have new 2023 models in stock and ready for delivery. Special financing available.
Or choose pre-owned with one of the largest inventories in the tri-state area with great low prices.
Visit our showroom filled with licensed Harley-Davidson apparel and more.
Don't write that check until you check with us, Mountain State Harley-Davidson, 61 Priest Bottom Road, or visit us online at mountainstatehd.com.
Looking for a great selection, great prices, and a great experience on your next ATV, motorcycle, or side-by-side? Come check out Kiefer's Kawasaki.
Our number one goal is to offer you the best power sport experience at a great price.
Like this new 23 Kawasaki Teryx 4 for only $17,999.
Before you write that check, check with us.
And remember, your adventure starts here at Kiefer Kawasaki. Route 44 South, Jerry West Highway in Logan, or visit KiefersPowersports.net.
Welcome back, folks. We are here at the University of Pikeville halftime. Martin County versus Rye Cove. It's the Cardinals all over Rye Cove. 46-23. Rye Cove out of Virginia. Got Jason Norman, Daryl McCoy on the call. You're watching the Mountain's #1 source for sporting news, the D&D Sports Network. Today's game is brought to you by Howard Pharmacy. Has locations in Martin and in Allen, guys. Make sure you go to your friendly pharmacy. Tell Wes that you appreciate him sponsoring all these ball games, because I promise you, folks, we can't do it without our friends at places like Howard's Pharmacy, like Nelson Frazier Funeral Home, 606 Hemp, Crum Funeral Home, the Conley Brothers Giovanni's. You know, you just keep going down. Huff Drug. I mean, they're the ones. Pink Elephant. You know, East Kentucky Gun and Pond. They're the ones that make this possible. So please make sure you frequent their Facebook page, like their Facebook page, and shoot them a message and just say thank you. Sturgill should have been a kickball, but Luke Hill coming up with it here. Luke Hill kicks it up court. David Maynard gets an easy score there. So as I'm trying to get things ready here, Barb Dow says Luke Hill didn't play yesterday. No, Luke Hill and Dre Duff was out. Right now, if I was going to go peck in order in the 15th region next year, Martin County would probably be one. You are the champ till you get beat. You got to beat the champ to be the champ. And then I'd probably go Pikeville, Pike Central. Then in some order, Floyd Central would be that next team. Then, I think McGoffin County is going to have a really solid 5. Don't really know what Shelby Valley is going to be yet. Betsy Lane's going to be pretty solid. Lawrence County is going to be better than people think. So far, Prestonburg had a good summer. Braden McKenzie goes baseline and almost got the two-hand slam. David Maynard trying to get back and stop the three, but couldn't. He goes back the other way, gets the easy lay in. Roach has it out top. Swings it over. Three-pointer no good. Rebound and the put in there. That's number 16 with the bucket. That's Osborne. Will be out of bounds. Ball is going to stay with Rye Cove here. Pam Stepp says Pikeville best Martin County by, I think, 30-some points last week. Yeah, they did, but, it's kind of been out of whack. I think Pikeville come right back. I think it was Boyd County that beat them extensively. Was it Boyd County or Pike Central they played? I think it was Boyd County maybe. But I personally think, when it rolls around, season comes around, once Pikeville gets their point guard situation, I think Pikeville is the favorite. But right now, I think Martin County, just the way that they're playing, and they're without two of their key pieces, Peyton Davis and Dre Duff, so we'll see how it goes. But I think you can't go wrong with either, one of them being your favorite. And then, I do think Pike Central is the third team out of that group. They got a nice little trio there, adding Jake Sloan to the lineup. And then Peyton Owens and Blake Adams, as they continue to get more comfortable together, Pike Central will be a very scary team this year. Floyd Central, I'm interested in seeing how they look. They should go 7-8 deep with Ethan Lance coming back in the lineup. There's Sturgill misses the straightaway three. Tried to force him down low, no good. Martin County's defense right there gets it up to Luke Kell. Luke Kell over to Dawes, and they turn it over. You cannot turn it over on a break like that. You got to come away with points there. There's Blake Maynard sent it packing. Cross court pass, wide open three. That'll be Chavez, Caden Chavez, with the three-point bucket. There's Blake Maynard getting up for it in a hurry. Back the other way. Blake Maynard comes out, good defense, gets over to Roach. Tried forcing the pass there. Sturgill. Luke Hill. Off the mark. Nice pass in to Chavez. Kicks it back out. Ooh. Turnover. Brady McKenzie comes up with the loose ball. McKenzie, nice job being aggressive, getting straight to the hoop. That's what you do, man. I mean, basketball, people makes it a lot more complicated than what it needs to be. You know, basketball's simple. You know, here comes Devin Maynard. It's over to Hill. And they, again, that's something Martin County's got to clean up. I mean, that's 2 3-on-2 fast breaks, and they come away with nothing. You know, they end up turning it over. (60-36) Cardinals on top of Rye Cove right now. They're running away with this one. Now Martin County, they only brought, looks like 7 guys. So not a very deep bench right now. You know, as we seen Braden McKenzie, Norm, you know, I mean, that makes a couple times that he's got to the rack and in a hurry got easy buckets, dunks. You know, people all too often make basketball a harder game than what it is. It's a simple game. You know, I mean, if you got a straight line drive to the basket, get there. You know, I mean, don't make it complicated. You know, more complicated than it needs to be.
That's something that's got to be coached more. I think we've got away from a lot of just the basics.
Yeah.
And overcomplicated the game a little bit. That's what I try to preach to my girls is if you got somebody on your hip, don't stop.
Yeah, that's it.
That's,
yeah.
I mean, that's as simple as it gets.
Yep. Basketball 101. Be out of the outstretched arms of Darnell there.
You didn't tell me the conditioning that goes into this job, climbing up and down these bleachers 100 times.
Well,
we'll have to get some training in, you know. Oh,
Devin Maynard goes baseline. Nice pass from Luke Hill. Well, I'll tell you what, it normally ain't that bad, Norm. Because normally we got the rosters, and you know that ain't that's the easy part of it. But you know, here at camps like this, it makes it a little rough. And Luke Hill with another three-pointer. He has really filled it up from down there today. Let's see what we got here.
You know, and something to the parents out here, you know, me being new to D&D, just seeing like what you all do for the kids in the mountains, you know, I hope that all the coaches that, you know, we cover in this area and the parents for that matter just realize, you know, something like this would have been great 25 years ago, you know, with kids around here that never got the opportunity to go play college ball in any sport. Because like we were talking earlier, the coaches just not, you know, putting in the work. And, you know, it's hard for coaches everywhere to get into the mountains and see these kids.
Yep.
But we're bringing, you know, these coaches to the area. A lot more kids are getting opportunities, and that's what it's all about. So,
well, with COVID in today's, especially since COVID, has really changed the game. I mean, colleges don't have the money that they used to go into traveling, recruiting, all that. So, you know, I mean, the money they do got, they're going to go to Atlanta. They're going to go to Miami, New York, Philadelphia. They're going to go where they can get off the airplane and see, you know, 7, 8, 5-star athletes. They're not going to come here to try to dig up one diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
So that's where D&D Sports is very important, because you ain't got to come here. We bring the mountain athletes to you, you know, and that's the and if you look, I mean, numbers don't lie. Go look since we started this in 2016. Go back to 2012. You could count on both hands how many athletes from a region went to play college sports. I mean, you could count on both hands. And it was a huge deal if a kid got an offer to Alice Lloyd, or, now, I mean, you got, 20 kids in, on a track team going into different colleges. I mean, it's just changed the game, and I'm not taking fully credit for it, but, a lot of it's just this day and age, social media. But, I mean, if you look at single-handedly the kids that, we stopped counting a long time ago, but the kids that we single-handedly have responsible, for getting offers and getting where they're at, it's something that's very important, and people need to realize, it's the sponsors that makes it happen. We cannot do this without the businesses. Our businesses are the ones that, every dime comes in the D&D Sports Network is through local businesses. So make sure you guys frequent these businesses that you see on here today. You can see them on the scroll at the bottom during commercial breaks. You hear us talking about them, the logos in the corner. Just make sure you support them, because they're the ones that support this whole outfit. Barb Dawes says D&D Sports are the best. We appreciate everything you do for the kids. Barb, we appreciate your support. You're one of our biggest supporters, and it's people like you that make this possible. And another thing that people don't realize, Norm, is they don't realize the power that they got in their thumb. If you hit that share button, you go like a business's page that's mentioned on here. You share their business. You send them a message. You share this ball game. You never know who's going to see it off your Facebook page. Yep. So people don't realize the power that they got in just hitting one button.
And it's hard for small businesses. Being in Nashville, I helped a family out of Alabama start a business in Nashville, and I got to see the different side of a business, on the back side of it. I mean, social media goes a long ways. You wouldn't believe the people that come in because they seen stuff we were doing and off Facebook and just word of mouth. And it's, at the end of the day, it's all about the kids.
Listen, last weekend, I was sitting there scrolling through Facebook, and popped up at Camp Landing there in Boyd County. Devin Maynard cuts baseline, reverse the lay-in, makes it a 71-44 game. But I seen an ad for Camp Landing, Malibu Jacks in Boyd County. Yep. And just got a wild hair. I seen the ad, and I was like, let's go. Yep. So, people, it's the best advertising they are. And D&D Sports Network, there's not a newspaper, TV station, or radio station that in our area that's anywhere close to having the following we do. So, if you're going to grow your business, grow it while helping mountain athletes. And, there's nobody that can reach the amount of people we do for the price we do. Braden McKenzie with a three-pointer makes it 74-46. And Braden McKenzie has what? He's dunked it over 10 times between two games today, and him and Luke Kell both filling it up from downtown. We got 1:52 left in this one.
And you were talking about like with the advertising. I know what we were paying a month for one store. Yep. You can get a year for what we were paying per month.
Yep.
I see so much different little mom and pop shops that I've seen pop up before I come and started working with you all. That's where I would go because that's what it's all about, is supporting the community and these local businesses.
Keep your money local, and that's the thing. A lot of people are like, D&D Sports Network, they got 40,000 followers, they're bigger than the local TV stations. I can't afford to advertise on that. No, reach out to us, guys. I promise you, we have an advertising package for any business, and we will fit your needs and cater to your needs. There's Blake Maynard
I mean, how many times before have I called you and been like, hey, who do I need to talk to at, M&M Family Furniture, or who do I need to talk to here? And it's because I seen that, and I went there, and, I mean, the people at the furniture store were amazing to me, man. I mean,
M&M Family Furniture is one of the best, man. Willie Meade, actually, his daughter's sitting right down here below us. There's Ryco finally getting in the scoring column. They pick it off there. They finally got something going here, but it was a little too late, Norm. Martin County dominated this one from start to finish, getting out of here with a 26-point victory. 76-50. Martin County goes 2-0 on the day. We'll be right back with more action live from the UPIKE Summer Camp here on the D&D Sports Network.
If you're looking for a great selection and a great experience for your next Harley-Davidson, come on down to Mountain State Harley-Davidson here in Del Barton, West Virginia.
We have new 2023 models in stock and ready for delivery. Special financing